Welcome. This is a social studies lesson for 4th standard. Now we are to the last part of the lesson, please, on page 210. Occupation of the people. The plateau region covers the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people. Rice, jowar, ragi, maize, cotton, sugarcane and groundnut are grown here. So here, as I told you, the occupation or the job of the people is mainly agriculture. They are farmers by profession, and these regions, that is Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Telangana, are covered by the plateaus. And of course, the crops grown here are rice, jowar, maize, groundnut and ragi. So cotton, is used for making dresses, fibers, textiles. Then groundnut, you get oil, and sugarcane is used in the manufacture of sugar, and ragi is used as food, very good for small children, and rice is the staple crop of the people of India. So all these crops grown in this particular region are very important for all of us, and also the farmers are also doing their bit of growing these crops for the people of India. So with this, I come to the end of the lesson. Now we'll go on to the question answers. Coming to the question answers on page 211. Tick the correct answers. The first one, A. A plateau is also called a tableland or a flat land. Second one, the plateau region is surrounded by hills, not by sea or oceans, it is by hills, especially the Deccan Plateau which we have studied about. Third one, the Deccan Plateau slopes from west to east. Number 4, the Kaveri is also known as Dakshin Ganga, that means Ganga of the south. Fifth one, the cities located on the Deccan Plateau are Bengaluru and Hyderabad. Next one, B, write T for the true statements and F for the false statements. 1. To the west and east of the plateau region lie the western and eastern Ghats is a true statement. Second one, the Malwa Plateau has red soil, it's false. Third, the Deccan Plateau is the largest of the southern plateaus, true. Fourth one, the Narmada and Tapi flow into the Bay of Bengal is false, they flow into the Arabian Sea. And 5, the plateau region is rich in minerals, it is true. Next one, answer the following questions. I am just going to give you oral answers here, and you will get the answers uploaded from the school. Which plateaus are part of the southern plateau? That is the Deccan Plateau. It comprises of the Chota Nagpur Plateau and the Malwa Plateau. Second one, which are the major rivers flowing through the Deccan Plateau? For that, you have the major rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal, that is the Godavari, Mahanavi, Kaveri and Krishna, and the Narmada and Tapi flowing into the Arabian Sea. Next question, which minerals are found in the Chota Nagpur Plateau? You have coal, iron, mica and deposits of in small quantities of other minerals, but these are the major ones. Which crop is best suited to be grown in the Malwa Plateau? It is cotton and oilseeds. Why? Because the Malwa Plateau has black soil, and black soil is favorable for the growth of cotton. Next one, what is the difference between the Himalayan rivers and the rivers in the Deccan Plateau? Now, as you have learnt in the previous semester, the rivers that start from the Himalayas are fed by the snow that melts in the Himalayas, like the Ganges and the Gangotri. They are always fed by the snow that keeps melting in the Himalayas, so they flow throughout the year. There is a continuous flow of water in the rivers that start from the mountainous ice caps of the Himalayas. Whereas the rivers in the Deccan Plateau, they are usually rain-fed rivers. When there is a lot of rain, the rivers are full and overflowing. But when there is very little rainfall or scanty rainfall, the river also does not have much of water. So the rivers of the Deccan Plateau depend on the rainfall, and they are not perennial. That means they are not there always. It's flowing, of course, but not, the water volume is less. It depends on the amount of rainfall that the state receives. Whereas the Gangotri and the Ganges that start from the Himalayas, they are perennial because there's always ice from the Himalayas that melts and water keeps flowing through them. That's the major difference between the rivers of the Deccan Plateau and the rivers that start or originate from the Himalayas. Now the next one is a sort of a grid and a puzzle. I'm going to do only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will do the rest. Identify the 11 rivers in the word search. It's a puzzle with alphabets and we need to find 11 rivers. I have found out Yamuna in the third row, Yamuna in the third row, Tapi in the next row just below Yamuna. Then after leaving one row you have Godavari, then leave one row you have Ganga, and the last row you have Krishna. So I have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will do the remaining 6. Take a photo and send to the school WhatsApp number. Now let's go on to the life skills on page 213. Almost all the major rivers in India are being polluted by human activities. Suggest ways by which pollution of rivers may be reduced. So what we can do is, we should not wash our dirty linen in the rivers. Then we should not bathe our domestic animals in the rivers. We should not dispose garbage or waste from hotels and industries and hospitals into the rivers, because the rivers get polluted. And also we should see that we don't the oil tankers should be very careful and should not spill oil in the rivers. So the best way is to mark the area near the rivers with a fence, or make a wall or some sort of boundary, so that people don't cross and throw waste into the river. If the rivers are clean, we will be able to get clean water for our use at home. Next one, values for life. What would happen if our rivers dry up completely? How can you use water sparingly? Now, if rivers dry up, we will face a real acute shortage of water. So water can be sparingly used when you're washing the car. Instead of using a hose, use a bucket. When you're brushing your teeth, remember not to leave the tap of the wash basin open. It should be closed. Only when you need to, wash your mouth or rinse your mouth, then you have to open the tap and do the needful. Also, when you're having a bath, remember, it is better to use the bucket and have a bath, a bucket of water or 3 or 4 buckets of water, rather than use a shower, because a shower uses more water. These are some of the things that we can follow. And also, when the kitchen water used for washing the vegetables, can be used for watering the plants. So these are some of the ways in which we can check the use of water or wastage of water. Next is a hot question. Cross out the ones which are not correctly matched. 1. Kolar and Karnataka. It is right. Kolar goldfields are situated in Karnataka. Second one, Malwa Plateau rice. No. Malwa Plateau is known for cotton and oilseeds. So second one is wrongly matched. Third one, Godavari drains into the Bay of Bengal. It is right. Fourth one, Narmada to the Bay of Bengal is wrong. It is to the Arabian Sea. Fifth one, Tapi, Arabian Sea is right. Sixth one, Krishna Rajasagar Lake is right. Seventh one, Kaveri is known as the Dakshin Ganga is right. Eighth one, Jog Falls in Andhra Pradesh is wrong. Jog Falls is situated in Karnataka. Ninth one, Mahanadi is known as Trimbak. That is wrong. Mahanadi is not known as the Trimbak. It is the Godavari that is known as the Trimbak. And the last one, Nagarjuna Sagar Dam is on the river Krishna is right. With that, we come to the end of the lesson. I want you to do A, B, C in the notebook and mark D in the textbook. Take a photo and send to the school WhatsApp number. Thank you.